5.
Hi everybody, it's Cindy Lou. Today we are doing a beginner's essential oils class. Me and Earl. Earl, say something.
Hi, I'm here.
And Elaine, who's over there. Hello. And we have a couple of people in the class as well. And a dog or two. So anyway, we're just going to go over our 10 most basic oils, your basic pantry that you want to have in your house at all times. If you want to learn how to use them in a way medicinally, that's what we're here to do. A lot of people use essential oils that they bought from the health food store, and we really don't recommend that because the FDA does not regulate essential oils in any way. So as long as it says for topical use only, it can also say 100% pure organic lavender from Provence, and every word of that can be a lie and nobody's keeping track. So we prefer to use a brand called doTERRA. It's getting really popular now. When we started talking about it 3 or 4 years ago, people looked like, we had 3 heads. But most people have heard about it now. A lot of people have it in their homes. But they're not sure what to do. Okay, so let's get started. My very first, most favorite oil that I'm going to start with is frankincense. Frankincense is one of the oils that they brought to the Baby J. So it used to be the most highly prized substance on the planet. The frankincense trail can actually still be seen from space. And at the time that it was given as a gift from the wise men from, I believe, China. I think they came from China too. Camels, Asian camels. Through the Middle East, picked up the stuff, kept going, right? So frankincense has been used worldwide for a very long time, and it really only grows indigenously in the Middle East. This one comes from Somalia and Oman. And so the first way I'm going to show you how to use these, because everybody gets them in these bottles, right? This is how it starts. And we rarely use them out of these bottles directly. This is my favorite unit of essential oil. This is a 5/8 gram. Sexy, isn't it? Look at it, right? And the way that you do this, here, come on, Earl. I'm going to show in your hand. Okay. Is to put it in the palm of your hand. Here. Some of that. Right? Elaine, get over here. What are you all the way over there for? Okay. And we rub our palms together. And we go like this. Now, you get about 2 minutes of breath with these hands. I say it's a little bit like bubble gum, right? By the time it's gone, you understand it's gone. At least 6 deep breaths will allow it to get into your brain and affect your mood and your mind. Frankincense is particularly good for that. Emotionally, it's called the oil of truth, and what I think it does is align you with your spiritual truth. I also call it the daddy issue oil because it connects you with your divine masculine. So if you have daddy issues like I do, then frankincense really starts to make you feel secure and warm and protected. I'm writing a little book about essential oils, and the title is, working title is The Bride of Frankincense. So I'm definitely obsessed with frankincense, right? Frankincense is the master oil. It blends with all oils. It's great for every single system of the body. It has a component in it called D-limonene, which is a known tumor reducer, and blends really great with our next oil, peppermint. So Earl, here, you do peppermint, and you tell them your little story from today.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with peppermint. I like a bit like this. Rub my hands together. So this morning I had a little, like what they call a visual migraine, where I started to get a little weirdness in my vision, where there's like a little sparkly thing that goes around the edge. You lose kind of part of your vision. And that's usually a precursor to a regular migraine, which I don't normally get. But today, so there was a little funniness going on, and it's very disorienting. So what I did is I broke out actually one of our blends called High on Life, which is frankincense, peppermint, wild orange, and then I took a little extra frankincense too. Did a little tap, did the breathing, put along the temples, and then quick tap under the tongue with the frankincense and the High on Life, and in maybe within 5 minutes, completely gone. Normally something like that would, take me like about an hour. I have to go lay down, wait for it to dissipate, because it's sort of like throws off your equilibrium, and you do start to get I get a mild headache from that. So very excited. I've never tried that before. It's been a long time since I had that happen, but very excited that worked. So putting the peppermint on the temples, obviously great for headaches. It's cooling. It reduces inflammation and stress. And the frankincense under the tongue obviously is a great way to boost your immune system. The frankincense can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. It's a very powerful healing oil. So that was it.
Cool.
What else?
All right. Elaine's going to show them Breathe.
All right, great.
Yeah. Hi, Joanne. Hello. Joanne Deering joined us.
Thank you, guys.
If you have any questions, too, you can type them, and I'll see if we can answer them.
So, this is Breathe. This is one of the respiratory support oils. It's one of my favorite oils, and I give it to anyone who's exercising. I'm a certified personal trainer, so I love to use it right before I exercise, especially if I'm doing cardio, because you want to open up your respiratory system. You want to absorb all the oxygen for your muscles. And we do a Breathe Bong, which is you just do taps in your hand, and then you rub them together, and then you cup, and then you inhale through your mouth. And you could do it this way. You could also get it through the nose, and you can feel it open up your sinuses. Really gets in there. I like this one a lot. I also like putting it on my chest, so that way I could smell it throughout my workout. And because it has peppermint in it, it's naturally cooling to the body. One of my other favorite oils, because what got me into essential oils was digestion. And I've always had a little bit of a challenge with that. And then I found, here we are, this oil, Digest Zen, which I use under the tongue. It has fennel in it, caraway, anise, peppermint, ginger, tarragon. So it helps you with your appetite as well. And I'll just do a little bit on the hand. So say I do eat something, I go out, everything tastes good, it's great. Later, I start to get bloated and gas. So I do a little bit on my hand, and then I just go right on my stomach. So right over my small intestine area, and even over the liver a little bit. And within 20 minutes, all the bloating, all the pain, because sometimes when you get bloated, you get like super distended, and it's like painful and it hurts. So, and that totally brings it all the way back down. It's like magic. I'm like, okay, I have to have these oils all the time. So I use Digest Zen frequently because you never know. You want to go out, you don't want to be fussy, so I bring it with me. And I give it to anyone that has any issues as well, and they're always amazed. Yeah, those are two of
Did
my
you have
favorite
tea
oils.
there, too? That you...
Oh, yeah. We also put it in tea. So we have hot water here. Set this down. And then this helps bring out all the aromatic qualities as well. Drop it in tea. I just go straight in. Oh, it smells good. And this way, it's a super easy way to do it. That way you get to smell them, you get to drink them, and then you also have the soothingness from the warm water. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We also make a blend we call Mumbles Butt with Digest Zen. Our dog's name is Mumbles, and she gets a little gassy sometimes. So for animals, I have a roll on here. Never mind. So for animals, we like to really dilute. Animals, babies, and pregnant ladies, right? And very, very sensitive people or little kids, older people. We like to dilute the oils. So we'll use something like a roll-on like this. And we'll maybe just put about 10 or 15 drops of the oil, and then we'll fill the rest with a carrier oil. A carrier oil is something like olive oil, jojoba, or we like fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil that has all of the solids taken out so they can stay liquid at room temperature and is much more shelf stable that way. So Mumbles Butt is like 15 drops of Digest Zen in a roller ball, the rest with coconut oil, and we roll that right on her belly. She's kind of naked, you know, because she's a boxer pit mix. Maybe she'll end up in this little shot here. But so she's a boxer pit mix, so she's got skin exposed. But if it doesn't have skin exposed, then you can still sort of like get it in there. You can even put a little tiny half a drop on your finger and rub it on their gums. Sometimes I use that way as well. But the oils work the same for people as they do for dogs and horses. Cats are different. Birds, you know, that kind of thing. But if you have dogs or horses, then it's very much the same way. We just want to really dilute it for dogs. And for horses, I give the same dose as humans, which is diluted because they're, you know, 8 to 10 times our size. All right? So, yeah. Okay, good. So the next one, so we're moving through. So you've seen a hand diffusion, right? You've seen our little 5/8 dram. This is how we like to carry them. And we actually can carry a lot of oils with us this way. This is our little kit, right, with these oils that we're talking about today. So this way you can carry 8 little oils in your purse, in your pocket. And this has saved our life numerous times. So it's really great to have your little 5/8 drams handy. The best oils are the ones you've got with you, right, as long as you have therapeutic medicinal grade. Okay, so let's see, next on our list. Oh, I wanted to show you something else because we've already talked about breathe and frankincense and peppermint. Another really great way to use them is in a nasal inhaler. Okay, so I'm going to make a nasal inhaler.
Show us that.
So this is the nasal inhaler, right? And it comes in 4 parts. There's the lid. There's the part that you're going to stick up your schnoz, all right? There's the little end cap. And then inside is a little cotton wick. And you can buy all of these accessories, the roller ball, we'll show you spray bottles, the nasal inhalers on a website called aromatools.com, has everything. And nasal inhalers and roller balls you can also find on Amazon. It's no big deal. Don't buy your oils on Amazon. They cut them. They do all kinds of weird things. It says it's doTERRA. It might not be doTERRA. It might be, you know, something else added, or they'll put some kind of carrier oil. We've seen things with different caps. They've been open. So definitely don't buy your oils on Amazon. But your little accessories, it's great.
We'll
right?
put a link up to that on our page at the
Oh,
end.
good. Okay, great. And, okay, let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nasal inhaler, but you want frankincense and peppermint?
Barbara Garrett asks.
Yeah.
Barbara asks, are the bottles reusable?
These bottles? Yes. What I do with these
No,
bottles...
yeah. I don't know if it's that or the 5/8 drams.
Okay, the 5/8 drams, absolutely, we refill them for about a year, right? And you can just wedge the little reducer cap off with a pair of scissors and just wedge it on either side and sort of pop it off, and then you fill it as long as you're filling it with the same oil that was in there. We also reuse these bottles, right? We reuse these bottles to make blends or dilutions. As long as the bottle that it was originally is one of the ingredients in your blend. So I save all my frankincense bottles because I put frankincense in everything. So as long as I have all my frankincense bottles, then I can reuse those to make blends. All right? And then we're going to do a blending class soon.
Susan Lou has joined us from Paris.
Hi, Susan. How are you? This is so exciting. Oh, my God. How are you? Okay, so we're going to make now a nasal inhaler with frankincense and peppermint. With frankincense and peppermint, now you have an automatic mood boost if you're somebody who gets headaches or migraines, if you get sleepy while you're driving. What the thing about nasal inhalers is that they're incredibly private, like really private. You're the only one who can use it. Okay, so I put 10 drops of peppermint in there. I'm going to put, where's my Frank? Oh, here. I'm going to put about 6 drops of frankincense. And then for grins, I'm going to put 2 or 3 drops of lemon, which is the next oil that we'll talk about. Okay, so I always blend with 3 to 5 oils. My Taoist master that I went to see, that he's not my Taoist master, he's like everybody's Taoist master, Jeffrey Wen, who is the expert on essential oils. in the Chinese tradition. He said never blend with more than 5 oils because then you're expressing your insecurity and an insecurity about the oils, right? So we don't want to do that. We have to trust that these are so chemically complex that they're covering so much ground, right, that we don't need to put 10 oils in a blend. So in here I put 10 drops of peppermint, 6 drops of frankincense, and about 3 drops of lemon. Amanda, are you willing to demo on camera, and then you can keep it? Okay. So she's going to show you how to use this. I got her. Okay. So go ahead and sip the so everybody can see you. All right. So she's going to, I already wiped that off for you. She's going to put it deep in one nostril and cover the other nostril and take a nice deep breath. Right? And she's going to do that about 3 to 4 times in each nostril to get the full effect. Now, this is 100% absorption. This is way, way stronger than how we did it with the hand diffusion, right? The hand diffusion is pretty strong. This is even stronger. How does that feel?
Great.
Yeah.
It's really opening everything up.
Good. Yeah, and this is great for people who one nostril is more blocked than the other nostril. We want to breathe out of both nostrils. They're servicing 2 different sides of the brain. So when you're only doing, now this is yours. No.
It's passive around.
Exactly. Everybody has some, right? This is what I mean by private. The nasal inhaler is absolutely private. And like I said, you can get those pretty much anywhere. That will last, what would you say, almost a month,
Yeah.
right? I have found an old High on Life inhaler in some old purse and just been like, oh, great, and just stuck it up my nose and used it, and it's still fine. Again, it's like bubble gum. You'll sort of notice, like, oh, maybe it's a little weak, or I can't smell this as much as that. Nothing's going to happen to you if it goes bad, right? So that's okay with that. And then the next usage I want to show you, sprays are amazing. So this one is our cooling mist. And Earl said, like, why do we need cooling mist in the winter? I'm like, because I'm a woman in my late 40s, dude. So we know we need it, right? And this one happens to be, when we put doTERRA oils in a spray, you can freshen the room, which is great, right? But more importantly, you can mist yourself. This one has peppermint, spearmint, lavender, and a little titch of fractionated coconut oil, so it'll cling to the skin and it won't just evaporate out of the body. If you want to do like a pure room spray, you can do it in just plain water, or you can do a little bit of vegetable glycerin, which is a really simple sugar and doesn't stain at all, right? So sprays are another favorite thing that we do. We make bug sprays. This one is our little hand sanitizing spray, right? So
Makes a good yoga mat spray.
Makes hand sanitize. This one makes a great yoga mat spray, and it's basically just On Guard and water and a tiny bit of coconut oil. So, right, it's a really simple way to use that. Okay, do you want to talk about On Guard?
Sure.
Okay, great. And then we're going to make a capsule.
So On Guard is the immunity blend, and it has clove in it. I'm going to read it off. It has wild orange, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus leaf, and rosemary in it. And this is great for if you feel like you're starting to get a little bit itchy, scratchy throat. You could do a little tap from one of our tiny bottles. This little guy right here, you just do a tap, and then you do a little bit of water, and you could gargle it. Or what I do is one of the sprays, so in a sprayer, I'll put like 20 drops from the big bottle in there, and then I'll use that throughout the day if I feel like, oh no, something's happening, it's starting to like spread a little bit, and I just spray the back of my throat, and that kind of helps numb it. So, and I worked in a restaurant for a long time, so you can't be getting choked up talking to a table like, like you feel like something's happening. So I would use that at work, and then it's also kind of like a breath mint alternative because it's spicy, so it's almost like Big Red gum, but not quite. I use On Guard also as a hand sanitizer. That's what's in the hand sanitizer spray, and you could just do the straight oil in your hand because it'll just spread. And it doesn't, you don't have to worry about, don't, rub it on your hands and touch your eye. Don't do that because you're going to get oils in your eye, and it's going to be hot and spicy. But after, you'll see it, and it'll just totally soak in. You won't smell it anymore. You could even, rub it on your clothes, and then you have kind of your own little, now I smell like cinnamon. It's great. So
And On Guard also comes in, right?
Oh yeah,
We love the
Toothpaste. toothpaste.
And really handy is,
These guys.
yeah.
The throat drops. It also comes in beadlets, which are my favorite.
Oh, you like the beadlets?
I like the beadlets.
Yeah. I find them, yeah, the beadlets come in this kit, which we'll talk about later.
The beadlets also have myrrh, which is nice
yeah.
coating for the
Yeah,
throat.
yeah.
Both
Super
of these also
convenient.
have myrrh in them as well. Isn't there myrrh in these?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's myrrh in these.
Okay, cool.
But these are great.
And I use, so On Guard for me, here, I'll sit down and we'll make a capsule. You can help me make a capsule. Okay, so On Guard, the little one, right, because I just came back from a trip to Mexico. And you can fly with these, no problem, right? As long as they can fit in your 1 quart size Ziploc bag. I shove all my oils into my carry-on, and then I'll maybe have some extras in my check bag, but I want to make sure I have my oils. I went to Mexico and I did great. I mean, I felt fantastic the whole time I was there. Most important ones, On Guard, peppermint because it was quite warm, and Digescent, lavender for a little bit of the sunburn, but we'll get to that. Okay, so we're gonna make now, but let me just tell you this. You gotta have your On Guard when you're flying because this is how you do it, all right? I put a little bit in my mouth. I do a hand diffusion, right? So it gets into my nasal cavities. And then I kind of rub my seat down a little bit. So now my seat is cleaned, my mouth is covered, my nose is covered, and then when people start farting and they pass that nasty food around, then you want the rest of the kit, peppermint, to sort of like give yourself a little magical bubble of great air, right? So let's make now a capsule. This is another way you can take them internally. Again, we want to make sure that you're using a medicinal therapeutic grade essential oils. There's only 3 or 4 brands out there that we trust as certified aromatherapists. We're not just doTERRA whores. We went to school for this stuff, right? So we just went all the way around the world and back again to doTERRA. So here's what we do. These are veggie caps. These are blank capsules. See that? Right? So basically what I'm going to do is make an immunity blend. And Elaine's going to help me because she's going to pass me my oils. All right. So what you want to do is start out by opening all your bottles of oils that you're going to put in there if you're alone. Today I have Elaine, my beautiful assistant. All right. So she's first going to give me oregano. Oregano, maybe some of you guys have used oregano oil, pure oregano oil, to help you with, like when we went to India and came back with all kinds of crazy stuff, we used pure oregano oil to help us with intestinal parasites and that kind of thing. It's also antibacterial, right? So that's a great one. So I'm just going to add to the capsule, and I just sort of set it on the lip. I just let them touch. I don't even try to, hover. And I put about 3 drops in there. These are super strong. There are, I think I read it was like 400 million trillion molecules per drop of essential oils, which is more than 100 per cell, right? So we don't need a lot of it. Plus, we're going to be taking this as a capsule, so it's going to go straight into the digestive system. This is one way to do it. If you're not into taking it internally, another great place to put these is with a lot of carrier oil and a little bit of the oregano on the spine or the bottoms of the feet. Okay, so then the next one I'm going to do is Melaleuca. We haven't talked about Melaleuca yet, but it is a staple. It's frequently known as tea tree oil, right? But this is the internal form. Most tea tree oils, if you buy them, are poisonous to be taken internally. This is a completely different processing so that it's safe to be taken internally, and so it's called Melaleuca, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Melaleuca is antifungal, and it's also antiseptic. So now we've got antibacterial and antiparasitic with antifungal and antiseptic. And then the third oil I'm going to add to this is back to our good old On Guard, which is antiviral. This bottle's a little, okay, there we go. This bottle's a little low, so I'm getting the very last bit of it. But I can even take this Itter Bitter bottle. Can you open that for me? This is what I'm saying. You got to kind of, Earl made a little pill holder out of a drill bit holder. He made a little 6-piece thing that he glued onto a block of wood, and we can make 6 pills at a time. But you don't want to do these in advance because they will dissolve. Okay, so I'm gonna zhuzh this up because there's really something nasty going around. I haven't gotten it yet. Earl got sick for a day or two, you know, and everybody's dropping like flies around here. And it's taken him down for weeks, and it's not a pretty one. So as you can see, I only filled that bottle about halfway. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it. Yes, so now I feel like I can go into any environment. I can hang out at a hospital. I can be with kids. I can, you know, be with somebody who's sick and feel like I've got a good defense system now that my hands, my mouth, my nose, and my intestines are covered, right? I used to be a bit of a germaphobe, and now I'm not as scaredy anymore. Now, this is how we sell it at our farmer's market stand because we put all the ingredients, oregano, melaleuca, On Guard, and I even add lemon to that, in an olive oil base. The olive oil will help it spread out a little bit more, make it a little bit gentler on the stomach. So this is how we like to do it. It also makes it a great way to put it topically, like I said, on the spine or on the bottoms of the feet. Okay. Earl, you want to do deep blue?
Sure.
Okay. Deep blue is like, ew, deep blue is amazing. I know you guys who know these oils know that deep blue is amazing.
Deep blue, like this. It comes in various forms. There's a bottle. It comes in a bottle with just pure oil. You can get it in a roller ball. I like the cream. It doesn't take much. And then we're going to put it on anything that's sore. I just put some on about 20 minutes ago when we were moving stuff around. I whacked my knee on something and I realized, oh, that really hurts. And I came down the stairs and I realized I was limping. And I said, oh, time for some Deep Blue. Put that on. 10 minutes later, I'm completely fine. Forgot about it. So that's really great. What else? It's cooling. It's great for joint pain, arthritis pain, inflammation, headaches. It's great for the lower back. If you sit at the computer a lot like I do, you get lower back pain. I tend to, by the end of the day, I'm like sitting like this on my computer, so I tend to have bad posture. I'm tall, driving the car a long time. I'll get pain in the knee, wherever. So quick relief, lasts a long time, a little bit goes a long way. So.
Great. Okay, and now it also comes in the pure oil form. We tend to prefer this, like I can't help it. I haven't had any today. I'm going to do it. Just this much, right? This much covers the size of your 2 hands. So, and if you do more, you're going to be like, it's too cold. It's freaking me out. If it doesn't, then I would rather you do this much every 5 or 10 minutes than to put a walnut size on at once, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit the back of my neck and my shoulders.
I know on my knee, I put it on because it was really hurting.
Yeah.
My knee never felt cold. The pain just went away.
Yeah.
So
I
know sometimes if I put it on and it gets cold, it means there wasn't that much pain. And I know if it's a really hot pain, I won't really feel the cool. I can put some more on if I need it.
Yeah, and that's really the thing about essential oils is they talk to your body. They communicate with your body, and you can sense it and feel it and smell it. So if you're attracted to an oil, that's the one that you can use. Other than the killers like oregano and melaleuca, which generally nobody goes like, ooh, I really want to dump oregano on myself. But, that might be the bacteria talking that doesn't want it, right? So we put it on. So this feels really
Barbara's
cool.
asking about nerve pain.
Oh, okay. So nerve pain, this is a great one for nerve pain because the main oil is wintergreen. And wintergreen is really great for nerve pain. Barbara, do you have this book? Like, this is our Bible. This is Modern Essentials. And then, Barbara, I don't know, how do we know Barbara? She must have come to the farmer's market, right? Yeah, you really should join our club. I'm going to talk about this later because you can end up getting this as a gift with your purchase because the FDA is, they're getting a little crazy about what we can put online, but everything you need to know is in this book, right? So I'm going to go ahead and look up nerve pain since you said it. I really appreciate you being here, Barbara. Okay, so nerve pain, because this is our experimental first time. We really want to be able to educate people in a wider scope, right? So here's the entire nervous system. And I know you're not going to be able to read this, but I just want you to see how thorough this book is. And then it's going to say all the oils that are great for the nervous system, which is not the same as nerve pain. I realize that. But it might be close to something like paralysis or neuralgia, right? So neuralgia says neuralgia is an intense pain felt along the path of the nerve. So I'll use this book and I'll sort of look to see what it says. I make another blend called Pain Away, because I get a little bit of pinchy nerve pain. This is a little blend that I make, and we sell this one at the farmer's market. And it has what it says in there, marjoram, lemongrass. And I also put the deep blue oil blend in there. And, of course, frankincense, right? So they got to put frankincense in. All right, I think the last two we have is, I hope that answered your question, Barbara. If not, you can call us. Our website is malibueo.com, and we'd be happy to guide you. We're going to be doing another class next week for weight loss and detox. And then the class after that, we're going to be doing blending for pain, actually. So if you can come, that would be great. If not, we'll try to do it live so that you guys can watch as well. Okay, so lavender. Lavender is a basic. This particular lavender comes from Provence. It's really important to know that doTERRA sources all of its oils from where it grows indigenously, and they also source for beauty. They also make sure that they're respecting the farmers that have been harvesting it for sometimes centuries, sometimes longer. So this comes from the hills of Provence and is completely pure. It has a really unique smell to it. This is Lavandula angustifolia. And of course, if you're feeling stressed out, a little anxious, a hand diffusion is a really great way to take that away. And lavender is another super oil. And when I call things a super oil, it means that they're benefiting almost all of the systems of the body. Lavender is incredibly useful. I used to not like it because it was like an Adele song, it's like everybody's using lavender. But then I just really got into a relationship with it, and I love lavender. Emotionally, lavender is the oil of confident speech. So we maybe all should have taken a little bit of lavender before we started today, but I think we're doing okay. So lavender we use in our sleep blend. Lavender is fantastic for any kind of burns, including sunburns. One of our gals, Laura, she burned her hand really bad by picking up a cast iron skillet and just really seared the inside of her hands. And she works with her hands. She puts eyelashes on. She does really beautiful eyelashes. So she needed to be able to go back to work. And within a couple of days of following the protocol I gave her with lavender, some helichrysum, some geranium, she was back, and a little deep blue for the pain, right, and the cooling sensation. She was back to work in 2 days. So it was really incredible. I think somewhere she's got it posted. I can try to repost that. So lavender is an absolute fave. Also great in a spray. Really yummy in a spray. And then the last one is lemon. Lemon, this one comes from the Amalfi Coast. I know Susan Liu probably knows that that's where the best citrus is, and so do a lot of other people, especially the Italians. But the chemical constituents of the lemons on the Amalfi Coast are really beautiful. It's the tip of the boot of Italy. And that's why we want these, because lemons grow anywhere year round. So a lot of essential oils companies can just farm it from wherever and go like, that's lemon oil. And it is. It's pure lemon oil. But it's not quite the same as that particular part of the world. It's really beautiful. We can put it in water. But we always, if we do put it in water, especially after you've had a few drinks too many, lemon is great because it services the liver. I had a margarita last night. you can actually flavor your cocktails with things like lemon and lime and let the alcohol and the oils duke it out. But then you drink plenty of lemon water after, and that will help to flush your liver. Really great if you're doing a detox, which we're going to talk about next week. All right, so are there any other questions before I begin to wrap it up and tell you how to get involved with these kinds of essential oils? I'm so Lorena Alvarez popped up, and I haven't seen her since I'm like 20, so I'm pretty excited about that. How do I look? It's the oils. Anyway, there's 3 ways to get the oils, right? So you can go on our website, you can call us, but what we really hope that you'll do is join our little club and get this kit. This kit has all 10 of the oils that we've talked about today and beadlets of peppermint and On Guard, which you can carry in your pocket. Remember that party that we went to with our friends?
Cover.
Yeah. Oh, they changed the cover actually. This is an old version.
Okay.
We went to this party and all Earl had in his pocket were beadlets. And the host of the party started having like nausea and we didn't know what was wrong with him. We just like gave him an On Guard beadlet and a peppermint beadlet and he was fine. So we were like, I don't know, here, try this. We don't know what's wrong with you. So beadlets are great to carry around with you. And this little kit of 5 mils, right, is only $150, which is a great deal because it's got frankincense in there. That's a spendy oil, and deep blue in the pure oil form, which you can make your own little blend out of.
Includes a year membership.
Includes a 1-year membership which waives the $35 fee. You can do $35 and then just buy like Costco, get 25% off everything. But my favorite way is actually to get the full-size bottles. So you can get all 10 bottles in full size, and then you'll get a free little pedal diffuser with it. Earl, can you show them the diffuser? So that's a little pedal diffuser, and that's our 10th way to use oils, is just diffuse them in the room. If you get that one, it's like $2.75, and the diffuser is free. So it's basically about $90 off of wholesale, and you don't have to pay the $35 fee. Then you're in our little club. Our little club means that you get to like call us and text us and email us, which is great. We have lots of mentors, including Elaine. Amanda is almost there. And Earl, of course. Susan. Courtney, right? We have Lika and Leanna. We have a lot of people that are learning to become mentors. Maybe you want to become a mentor, right? So your first step is to join our club, mydoterra.com/Malibu. Everybody else has their own link. So if you're Elaine's friend, you want to do mydoterra.com/Oils Club, right? So being in the club means you get to change your lifestyle, change your perspective, change your go-tos, right? A lot of people need to learn how to go from, oh, I have a little pain, I'm going to go to Advil, to I'm going to go to Deep Blue as your first response. So we say it's about 8 to 10 hours of education. You got your first hour here before you really start to think essential oils first. And that way you're servicing your body instead of trying to cover up a symptom and sort of punishing your body at the same time with some other types of remedies, right? What else do we want to say? Is that it? Okay, thank you guys so much for being here and watching. And this was our first time, so I hope you enjoyed it. We want to do more, so your feedback is great. We can handle it. Let us know. And just go to our website, MalibuEO.com. Email us, text us, call us.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi. Who? Patricia Brown?
Yeah.
Hi.